Right, apologies, guys. I'll wait till somebody's in the stream and I'll tell you again. Well, yes, I am back. Yes, it was. It was Slim. It was where VP4 just locks up completely. Everything is locked up, and there's nothing you can do other than kill the power. That's the first time that's happened in what 3-4 weeks, and it just happened tonight. So, whatever I have done as far as the power settings, it all worked good. Well, we're just getting in time to see the end of the Cobra match, but apologies for that. But yes, it was the computer again, and we'll see if it can hold out the rest of the night. How long was that? We went 2 hours, but I thought we had solved the problem. We'd certainly done something to improve it, but there is still something there. Whatever the hell it is, probably power at the end of the day. But anyway, we are back. Hopefully this will see us through the rest of the night. That's got me depressed again. Right, quick update. We saw Cobra coming through that one lost side match. In fact, he's now playing Bankster, and Cold as Pillows lying in wait for the winner of that match. We will now move in to the hot seat match between Slim and Spectre Dawn. Well, Slim is on the road here to defend his title and, well, at least have another good chance by getting to the final. Spectre Dawn is player 2, getting last 2. And Spectre Dawn looking to get off the mark. Yeah, I'm thinking it's probably that, Slim. It definitely is, because I can tell you right now that the, what do you call it, the overclock button was definitely off. I always make sure of that as soon as I boot up the PC anytime. I've made sure that the overclock is off, as it is now. But like I said, I just have to soldier on with what I've got until it completely dies, and then I'm out of the business for quite a period of time. I'm dreading the day that happens, but you know, if it happens now, that's me done, definitely. But I'm just going to touch wood and fingers crossed and hope that it holds together. Now, had I settled for the tan colour? I've totally forgotten what the colour was I chose. Was it tan? Aye, I think it was. Or was it purple? Aye, because it didn't save that. Because you have to shut VP4 down and then restart it for it to save the colour. Aye, there we go. That's nicer looking. Well, there is a combo on, albeit dodgy enough. I mean, this is tricky, this. It's just going to the knuckle, that 2-bolt. He's just trying to roll dead while he's... Is he going to entice? In fact, he's not hit a rail, would you believe it? He hasn't got that ball to a rail. I thought that got to the rail. And obviously it didn't. Well, a big mistake from Spectre Dawn. Maybe he's feeling the pinch a wee bit. Little nudge to 8 won't do any harm. Well, of course, with Cobra lying in wait on the one-loss side, it's going to be an interesting last few matches in this week's Friday Night 9 Ball. But Slim's in a good position here to take one of the big scalps. He might have to take him again, though, that's the problem. Loads of inside left English there, bringing the cue ball out into line. I'll be in there trying to jinx him, don't you worry. Well, I will if this match is over, if Slim keeps going the way he's going. Well, welcome back to those who have showed up again. Yes, I did have a problem with the PC. It's the problem where it just completely locks up. VP4 completely freezes, no functionality with the keyboard at all, and you have to kill the PC and restart it. That's the long and the short of that. But what it does mean is that having switched off that overclock button, that isn't the answer to the problem. But on we go. I mean, the PC's been on all day, granted, since I got home. Usually, as soon as I get home from work, the first thing I do is come upstairs and put the PC on, check my emails, and then it stays on until I go to bed. Every day. There is not a day goes by where it's not on. Now that's a safety. That's what I like as a safety. That's got Slim in trouble. There might be a tiny edge of that one ball showing, but this is so difficult to judge. Oh, he's played it well. But he might be in trouble again in a minute. But this is still tricky also. You've got to get that really thin. As thin as you dare, and then try and duck up table behind something. And not run into something in the way up if you can do it. But these are very, very tricky. It doesn't matter how good you are. I still swear that this sort of distance and having to get that very thin edge is really tricky. And that's why he's missed it. I mean, I presume he missed it. My eyes are saying he missed it. He was trying to get that as thin as he could. And that's what happens when you get a good length in the cue ball. It's as good a safety as anything. Even if the opponent can see the full ball, it's still tricky. Unless you're leaving a bank on, it's still very, very tricky. One of the toughest shots to play, or try and play well. And Slim should be all over it like a rash. And as long as he leaves that angle, he can sneak out behind the 9 ball, come down 2 rails, maybe 3 rails, depending on how he works the cue ball here to get onto the right side of this 5. Unless he's trying to stun straight down. No, he's going the 2 rails. The pace is good. And how's the angle? The angle is fine. And he should be comfortably home and dry here in this rack. Welcome to Hazard. Hazard, you're in Spain, aren't you? I was wondering if Jose was going to turn up tonight, but you're actually residing in Spain, aren't you? And where the hell are you then in relation to Valencia? And why are you not down there digging people out like many thousands are? The poor buggers that have all lost their lives. Well, we know that, but I'm asking you, where the hell are you in Spain? You think Hazard's taking the bad weather over with him? 3 hours, 3 hours above me, so you're down in the south end of Spain. I take it you've not had any weather like that then, though. Where's Jose in relation to Valencia? Is he anywhere close to it? Does anybody know? You must know. Hazard, you must know where Jose is in relation to Valencia. Well, Slim is back in, but he's got himself in bother. Short jump. Well recovered. 4-ball does cut into the side. Cue ball might be hitting traffic though. Right, wait a minute. I'm in Czech. I don't know how you pronounce that. In the middle. Jose is far left near Morocco, miles away. That's way down in the south as well, isn't it? I mean, that's the next stop's the Mediterranean and then into North Africa. So both of you are well out the way of it. But as I say, have you had some bad weather, or has it all just been north of you all the time? It seems very, very localised then. Well, they're going to have to do an almighty clean up there. Seen all of that in the news. That's horrible. Well, Spectre Dawn now battling for survival, and he could still turn this around, of course, very easily if the break will work. Yeah, it's 200 and counting now, isn't it? Aye. Well, I mean, let's be honest. If there's people washed away, they could be miles away downstream, and buried in mud and all sorts of crap, cars on top of them. This will take a while till they get a proper body count, but I think 200 might be a conservative estimate. But that's the ones that they've counted so far. It's the ones that are, they haven't got to yet. Well, Cobra has survived against Bankster. 4 racks to 1. Bankster goes home for this week's Friday night 9-ball. And meanwhile, Spectre Dawn's break has given him the 1-ball. Oh, look at the 8-ball though. And he was going to be out. He was going to be out had he not bumped that 8-ball. Or the 8-ball not came to rest next to the cue ball. Looking for the push out. Now, yes, there's a crazy cut on the 2-ball. Is Slim going to go all out for it? up past that 7 ball. No idea where the cue ball's finishing unless he's going to try and roll this at a dead and maybe brush the 8 ball and still have a shot in the 3. Oh, he's looking to duck for cover. Oh, would you know it? He's found a gap. Well, this is still another tricky one. Inspector Don not taking any risks. Global warming, well, I think that's what everybody, all the scientists are saying that. Well, what I did see in the news is that the Mediterranean is what, I don't know, it's 3 or 4 degrees warmer than normal at the moment or something, I don't know. But this weather didn't come off the Mediterranean, did it? It usually always comes in off the Atlantic, down in, in the whole part of Western Europe. All the weather comes in off the Atlantic. Slim gets the kick, but he doesn't really get a roll of the ball, so here's Spectre Don's chance to pounce and nip another one back. Watch the cue ball. Oh, that was close. Well, now it's easy peasy lemon squeezy. I was watching an interesting video on YouTube. Actually, just before I went to do the live stream, and it was about Goodfellas, the movie, Martin Scorsese movie, about how they initially recorded some of the scenes, and how after a test screening they had to re-edit it. Seemingly, the guy Bats that they murdered, and they put in the car, and then they went and buried him up country. Seemingly, his murder was filmed a lot more brutal, and the test audience that watched it, I don't think it came out all that good, and so they went and reshot it or re-edited it and changed the scene completely. I never actually got watching the whole of the video because I had to stop it to get ready for the stream, but I'm going to watch the rest of it. But it's interesting that, the chances are there could be, I don't know whether there is a director's cut of Goodfellas. I've certainly not seen one, but clearly the film, one or two of the scenes would have been completely different had it went with the initial cut that Scorsese wanted to release. So it's amazing how you find out these things. I never knew anything about that at all. Constant lightning like a massive light show. It's unbelievable. Feels sad but amazing at the same time. So you're getting bad weather as well, but you're just not in a flood zone. See, that's the thing. I mean, where I live, I've got no fear of any flooding. I mean, you're a mug to start with if you're in a flood zone, a floodplain, thinking you're going to get away with it. Sooner or later, weather's going to be bad enough at some point where a river will burst its banks. But where I am, there's no fear of any flooding. I've got no river near me. I'm actually at the bottom of a hill, and when we've had a thunderstorm, the road's been flooded because there's been so much water, but there's not enough. There's never ever going to be enough water to flood houses where I live. That's never going to happen. Right, anyway, One Pocket Slim has got, well, he's got a dead set bank in this 5-ball. He usually nails these all the time, but this time he has not nailed it. And suddenly, Spectre Dawn is not only breathing down his neck right now, but he's right on his coattails. It's going to be 5 apiece. And Slim was, what, 5-1 up or 5-2 up? It's a different ball game now. So Slim's crown is slipping a little bit at the moment. And Spectre Dawn, now is he back looking at the window again? Yes, he's back looking at the window. See that panel there? That one. That's the one he's lining up with. He was doing it from the other side the other week, lining up with the stone pillar. So he's went back to the other one. Well, whatever he's done, it's worked, because now he's got a couple of balls in the break on the 1 ball. He's not going to be playing any silly 2-9 combo. It's nothing like it. But he's just got to get either top side of the 3 or leave again a dodgy cut into the side here. Got to watch the cue ball doesn't leak away to get to that 4 ball. And he's on it. But he's dead straight. Big stun, is it? To get out. Yeah. Well, Slim has been silenced for the last few racks. Spectre Dawn has taken control and is now on the hill. Breaking to get to the final to try and regain his crown. And there's that pattern with the 3 balls. Balls are flying in. I think the 1 and 2 have gone. Have they? Yeah, the 1 and 2 have gone. So once again, quick look at the 4 ball. Yes, it doesn't go into the corner, but yes, it will go in to the side. And it clearly goes into the side. At least it did for a minute there. It's close, but I think it does go. Well, the one thing I can say is it ain't going to go from there. It ain't potting. Now, if Slim slams this hard, that 4 ball might go up into the top corner off the 7. Like that. Commentator's eye. There you go, boys. The commentator's eye has done it again. Never doubt my tactical genius. Look at that. Beautiful. Called it before it happened. The thing is, can Slim take full advantage of it? I hope you all seen that there. I hope you were all paying attention. There was Very strong chance that that 7 ball would do a favour there for that shot, and it worked out perfect. Now he's got to nip back far enough so that he can get away from the 9, and that's perfect. He can actually probably just draw back if he wants. He can do, I think, a couple of options here with this 8 ball. He's going through and up the other side, that'll work. So we are going all the way, folks, a battle to the death. And Slim now breaking for the match. Oh, no, I didn't see anything or hear anything go. And also, Spectre Don's got a cut in the 1. Now he's got to dig in and nip away here. Avoid the 7 ball. I think he can. It looks reasonable enough for that. Anything else happening over here? Yeah, we've got Coldest Pillow and Cobra. It's 3-1 to Coldest Pillow at the moment. He's on the brink of taking down the Cobra. Well, we're looking for that result to come through. Coldest Pillow. Well, he's bumped to 3. I don't think it's done him any harm, though. Coldest Pillow getting the 7 ball. Oops, sorry. And well, I think Slim is resigned to having to battle it out to have another go at Spectre Dawn. And there's the result through. And the Cobra has been tamed by Coldest Pillow by 4 racks to 1. Now, I wonder how jammy Coldest Pillow was in that match. We didn't get to see any of it, but no doubt he'll tell us. Spectre Dawn digging in to avoid the 6 ball. Doesn't want to land on top of it, though. Well, it's a tricky little cut. And he's got to watch the line that the 6 ball's going to take. He's, first of all, if he does anything more with the cue ball, he'll hit the 9. So he's got to make sure he avoids that. Well, he's hit the 9, and he's quite happy to leave the long cut. He's got room to get there and cheat the pocket. I mean, he should be able to pot this fairly comfortably. He doesn't need to send it to the rail too soon. So you're coming out with a profit, Coldest Pillow. That's the objective every time you enter the tournament. And he used all of the pocket. So Spectre Dawn has made his mark on the title holder for last week, and Slim is going to have to deal with Coldest Pillow. So here we are. We are at 28 minutes past 9. So we've been underway for 2.5 hours. And we now have the semi-final match. Spectre Dawn can go and have a break, have a coffee, have something. And we'll have this race to 4. Right now, we'll get ourselves in. I will have another quick drink. So Coldest Pillow on the right for the lag. And he is getting the 8 ball. Again, that is no significant difference. Terrible lag from Coldest Pillow. And Slim, not the start he wanted, and look at this. I mean, how... Well, I mean, it's not sitting anywhere near perfect for a combo, this 1-9. You need to cut that too thin to do that. That's not on. We're trying to play the little billiard though. That worked. And that's a quick start for Coldest Pillow. That does me a favour, because that gets this match over a lot quicker. That first rack going 10 seconds. Coldest Pillow says his mouse died. Well, it looks as if it's living to me. Well, this is a dangerous one, getting to the 4-ball. And he's well away from trouble. That was well played. So it's going to be a very quick start for Coldest Pillow, unless he makes a complete blunder. Well, here's the one that can go wrong unless you play this right, and he's done it soft for a fairly straight in 8-ball into the side, so all is good. Now the question is being asked of One Pocket Slim. Is he going to go out with a whimper, or is he going to come out fighting? Well, he's got to get the table first. And Coldest Pillow has potted the 7-ball, and I think the 8-ball, but it came back up. Oh, would you believe it? He's overcut the one. I don't know what ball it was he knocked in. What was it? Was it the 6? No, it's a 2. Now, this again is tricky, because you're obviously trying to keep it safe, but he can use the 4-ball. If he just brushes the one onto the 4, he can just play this dead weight, but he's obviously got to get to a rail. Unless he's trying to skim it and come back up the table. This is very touchy, this shot. That's what he's tried to do, and he's done it very well. That's exactly what the doctor ordered. That's got Slim in a heap of trouble. Well, he's returned the favour. He's not only got the hit, he's got a ball to a rail, and he's got the hook, so it couldn't have finished up any better. And again, well, I thought there was a lot more room to get to that, but Coldest Pillow's landed on top of the 1 also. Usually that happens when the balls are closer together when you're trying to jump. So here's Slim's dilemma. He can probably stop the cue ball more or less where the 3 is and try and play the long 4-9 combo. And that's what he's actually, maybe the angle wasn't that great. He's actually not perfect in this. I mean, it'd be ideal if you were sitting there, but he's played it well, didn't hang about, he didn't overthink it, which is probably the best way to play them. Don't hang about thinking about them. Just get on with it. So he's in the game. Now again, I don't think I heard anything drop. Did anything go? No, it didn't. And of course, Slim's cursing his luck because he's left Cold as pillow with an easy starter in the 1 ball. Not quite so guaranteed he's going to be ideal in the 2. He's got to just find a clean path. Well, he's decided rather than trying to find a clean path, he's going to take his medicine. And I think he's lucky he didn't run behind that 7 ball there. In fact, yeah, he can get to the 2 clean enough. And again, well, this time it's just 1 shot too many because he was trying to hold to have a reasonable line in the 3. That was not easy. So Slim lives again if he can take this out. So this is just a dead weight roll to the top rail. Doesn't need to have an angle. He can just roll through for the 5. Ideally, he just wants this straight, just like that, pretty much straight. Well, he would have preferred to have ran through a wee bit further. You see, this is just a wee bit fiddly because of that side pocket. You would normally probably let this loose and let the cue ball run and go forward and come out. Now he's having to take evasive action here because of that side pocket. And again, let's look at this 6 ball. See, this is an awkward angle as well. It's that, you know, things are playing in your mind when you play this shot. He's having to make sure he doesn't run forward to a scratch. But in doing all of that, he's lost the cue ball. And from a promising opportunity, maybe going to fade away here if this 7 ball goes in. And it, well, Spectre Dawn breathes life into 1 pocket Slim again. And we're going to be all square. It could be going all the way, albeit a short race to 4, but it could well be. Three balls going in, something else went in. I think the 1 ball's one of them. And also the 4 ball has gone. So he's had a good break. Again, he's got one of these blind pocket cuts. You're looking at the ball, but you're not looking at the pocket. But he's played it very well. The 9 ball isn't married to the rail. There's no problem there. This is the shot that counts, so he's going to be digging in and coming back that way, I presume. No, just to make me look a fool, he's went forward, but they both work. Because going forward takes a scratch out of the equation. That's the one benefit of doing that. You still there, Mark? Or are you off to bed? He hasn't said good night. If he is, he just slipped out the door and kept quiet about it. Or is he going to hang around and go all the way? He's certainly gone quiet, as has everybody else. We've still got 7 on YouTube, myself and somebody else on Twitch. But I suspect that Steve-O UK has left the building without giving notice of the fact. And meanwhile, Slim on the hill, on the 2. Might not be ideally on it. He's going to have to move this cue ball if he's going to try and get to the 3. No, he's digging in. And it needs to run, or it needs to stop. One of the 2, that'll work. So the order of the day here is right up into the middle of the table. Up to that 9 ball, or past it. So far, so good. Now, if he draws off this, he can come down this direction. Just got to watch the pace. Got to watch the pace. This is heading south. Oh, God. Well, I'll tell you something. I think he was touching cloth there, folks. He was touching cloth. He won't admit it, but he certainly was. You were touching cloth there, Slim. I think the underwear needs changing after that shot. Definitely. But nevertheless, One Pocket Slim has got the scalp of Coldest Pillow. Again, Coldest Pillow's done well considering he was bailed out to the one loss side from the very first match. But as we will check in a second, we can see that Coldest Pillow paid $150 to enter the tournament. He's come out with $210. So he's made a profit of whatever that is, because I can't count it this time of night. Is it $60 or something? Somebody will do arithmetic. I can't work it out. It's too much for me at this time of night. So here we go, folks. We have the revenge match. One Pocket Slim having suffered the 7-4 defeat, or the 7-6 defeat, sorry, to go to that one loss side. And Spectre Dawn trying to recapture the crown. We're going to have a battle to the finish tonight. And Spectre Dawn on the right is lagging off. And I think he might have won it. So he's going to get first shout here. Well, Slim survived a scare in that last rack. A self-inflicted scare. 9 balls gone in. 1 ball has gone. And 9 ball, of course, comes back up. Little dead weight drop in the 2. Perfect angle in the 3. And clearly there is the problem. Getting to the 7. There's the other problem. That prevents you to get to the 7. So he's going to have to work something out for this 7 ball. I mean, he's not averse to leaving the cue ball right in the middle of the table and playing a cut either way here. Probably that way. But it ain't going to be easy. It ain't going to be a gimme. He's going to have to get spot on. And now I'm assuming that he played the pot there, and he said sorry, so he did get a rub of the ball there. He caught the 5 ball, and the 4 balls tucked itself away behind it, so he's got away with one there. And Slim's got the hit, and he's got it fairly safe. I don't know that Spectre Dawn will try banking this. I mean, he can play the cut, but he could also duck up table. He could cut this 4 ball back and nip up behind the 7 and 9. But in fact, he wasn't playing the pot, but he hasn't got cover. And this is too much of an invite for the bank for Slim to refuse it. In it goes, but he's going to have to dig one out here, though. Or does he play another bank? Yes, he is. Nailed the two of them, but he's now going to have to deal with the 7. Now, what does he do? The 7 doesn't really bank. It would bank from this side, though. If you got here, it would bank into the same corner here as this 6 ball. But he's not doing that. Does he think he can bank this? What's he doing? This isn't banking past the 8 ball, not with my eyes. Yeah, I didn't think it was going to get there. Hang on a minute. Oh, I thought he was going to get a roll there. $60 it was, right, aye. So we've established that Mark has gone to bed and he hasn't even said good night, the miserable sod. He's buggered off out the door, not so much as a goodbye and thank you. I'll be pooing him up about that next week. This slipping out the back door and not saying anything is not polite. I'm going to have words with him. I'm going to humiliate him in front of everybody. 1 ball, thought about going into the side. 1 ball had another go at it with that bump in the 8 ball, but I think it's dry. Yep. It is most certainly dry. So Slim's chance to immediately respond. He's got a nice little angle in the 2. And the 4 ball goes past the 7. There isn't a problem on the table. Nine ball must feel really easy now to Spectre Dawn, considering the matches that he played in that 8 ball World Championship. This must feel a lot easier and comfortable to be in his native playground compared to all that 8 ball stuff he was doing. Now, got himself a bit too straight. He can pinch an angle, just like that. And a little dead weight drop off the jaw, like that. Right, Rob, we'll see you later. At least you've got the manners to say you're heading out the building. Take care, enjoy yourself. So we're into rack number 3. Slim has broke off, and this time he's got a ball and got a shot in the 1, and not sitting great in the 2. But he can put, no, maybe he can't, because that won't squeeze past the 7 very far. And the difficulty was trying to keep it tight, and he hasn't got it to a rail either. So that's a complete disaster. It was really tight to try and squeeze that 2 ball past there at that angle and still keep the cue ball behind the 7. And so he's given Spectre Dawn ball in hand. And I think Spectre Dawn's fallen asleep. No, he's now fully focused. So a little stun out into the table for the 3, either down into this corner or into the side. So he's going to be stunning off the 3 and coming down left side for the 5, or drop down. Does it go past? Well, he's left that a wee bit short as well, is he not? I mean, I think he's chickened out there a wee bit. This could have been a lot easier. And it's gone in though. Perfect angle in the 6 though. Doesn't need to do anything really with the cue ball. He's on the 7. He can go out and in and across and wherever he wants to go, as long as he gets off the rail. And now again, he's a bit straight, but you can pinch a wee bit of an angle and work it with a bit of spin if you need to. But I think he's just pinching it into the left side a bit. No, he's played it straight and content to leave this as a cut. I mean, okay, I mean, it's off the rail comfortably enough. But I would have liked this a lot easier than what that is. So, of course, he's getting last 2, just needs the 8 ball. And he's gone into the lead. And, of course, this being the final is a race to 9. I forgot to mention that. No doubt anybody with any common sense will have already read that information anyway. I didn't hear anything go. But again, from the dry break, Slim's not really got anything all that inviting. Dodgy cut to start with. He's played the bank. Got the cue ball out. It stays in the table. And another dodgy cut in the 2. Now, can he see enough of the 2? Yes, he can. That's not the problem. The problem's up table. That's where the problem lies. He's going to have to play the bedhead cut. Oh, big time. Big time bedhead cut. He should be able to go out of there clean and up for the 4 though. That's well done. The pace is good. He's too straight though, but again, he can pinch a wee bit and get the spin working just to come down into the table if he wants. You can work that with a wee bit of left spin if you need to. I don't think that will be his major problem. This is his major problem. Now, you've really got to get some kind of hit in this unless you're just going to marry the cue ball to the 9. That side pocket is dangerous on the right hand side. Well, I presume obviously the 8 ball wasn't meant to be part of the deal there. The line that was taken from it was never really going to get that close to the 6 ball, I don't think. Now what do you do? Do you give this a smack? Yes, he's cross-banked it, but the cue ball's gone. Blink and you'll miss it. Yeah, cue ball straight into the corner pocket. And suddenly we have the gap. It's now 3-1. And right now, One Pocket Slim's crown is just slipping down onto his brow at the moment. There's that pattern again. 2 balls and 1 isolated. Quick look. See if it's the usual story. Yes, it is. 3 ball doesn't go into the corner. 3 ball will go into the side, I think. Well, it certainly doesn't matter now because he's got the bump. And this is ominous looking for Slim. Spectre Dawn finding his feet, finding his break. and stretching the lead. Well, right now, it looks as if I'm going to be changing that to Spectre Dawn again. Looks like it. Isn't a guarantee yet, but only Slim can have the say in that outcome. And Spectre Dawn just completing the formalities. 8 ball for the rack. He's getting last 2, remember. And he's now got a 3 rack lead. Back to his break, lining up with that strap of wood in the panel in the window, or the door, as a matter of fact. It's not a window, it's a door. And now the 7 and 8 have gone. He's got the cut in the 1, into the gap with the 6 and the 9, or across below the 9 will do. And, well, it's again a testy pot in the 2. You've not only got to think about the 2 ball, which is tough enough as it is, but you've got to think, right, well, how do I get out of there and get on the 3 ball? Because you don't really want to have to trust to luck. The 6 ball's a hindrance where it's sitting. And he's played a little brush, it's worked out nice and everything's good. A little brush in the 3 ball. Well, we're now 3 minutes short of 3 hours. And I have, it's been a bit longer tonight, a bit later tonight, but I have definitely hit the sleep wall right now. It's usually by about 8:30 that the brain's beginning to go, but it's definitely in shutdown. I'll say that again before the voice goes. Shutdown mode, I need a drink. What the hell happened here? What did I miss there when I went for the drink? Somebody tell me. Because suddenly Slim's breaking, or had I already made a mistake earlier on in the rack? Maybe I did, because that's what, as I say, the brain functionality goes out the window when one half of it is lying in bed somewhere and the other half is threatening to join it. Right, watch this cue ball. I think he's okay. Well, this is just another join the dots exercise. Leave the cut angle in the 4 to get out into the table for the 5. Well, I wouldn't want to be there though, but you know, it's good enough. Well, loads of room to go forward and come down into the middle of the table and come down as far as you dare to get on this 6 ball. And the further down he goes, the shallower the cut is, and the easier it is to just keep the cue ball there or thereabouts for the 7. Just like that, almost in the donut. So the right angle on the 8 to drop through for the... Well, he doesn't need a 9, I've just remembered. And the gap goes back to 3. One ball, left side pocket, 7 ball, bottom left. Cue ball drops down very nicely. Something else went in up top there. What was that? The 4 ball that went. He's nicely on the 2. Well, I say nicely. He's just got a nice little draw, as long as he doesn't overdo it. And again, right on the money. Spot on. Well, Slim can only sit with his fingers crossed, hoping he gets a chance. Well, he could have played that better. He didn't want to be stuck on top of the 8 ball. But goes right through with the shot. And now this should be a little jack up and a little stun just to hold the cue ball. And likewise again, just don't land. In fact, again, that's me. 30 seconds later, I've forgotten about the money ball handicap again. The last 2. Well, Slim's got a long road ahead if he's going to get back into this. But he's got to get a chance. And he might still get a chance yet, because the 9 balls get in. It comes back up. 1 ball's gone safe. And Spectre Dawn is having to duck. Now this is giving Slim an opportunity for the thin edge. The 7 ball's the holding ball. But can Slim get a line where he can get cover? That 6 ball is really in the way of a line that he could possibly take. And that little nudge in the 4 has just let the cue ball leak out. Well, how do you fancy this for a cut? It's off the cush. I'll say that again. It's off the cush or off the rail. What does Spectre Dawn fancy with this? Is it all or nothing? I mean, the bank isn't on because the 5 ball's the 8. And he could be going all out for the thin cut. And he is. And he's got it. And, well, this might be bedhead cut number 2 coming up here. I think it's... no, this time he's ducking. Now, there's enough room off the rail. If Slim wants to create the bank here, he's going to have to create the banks at half ball to get it into the side pocket, but he's not interested. It's too risky. And he hasn't got the cover because he's bumped to 4. And this is a dead weight roll. Well, he had the angle to actually use the rail. That's even better. It's not looking good. The fat lady is actually tuning up at the moment. And there's still signs of life in Slim, but he's dying a slow death at the moment. Yes, I don't know when you typed that because I haven't looked at the chat for a couple of minutes, but yeah, I said to the guys earlier on tonight, I thought I'm going to change the colour of the cloth to see a better contrast of colours because the blue cloth, it was far more noticeable watching those 8-ball matches on the what the hell table is it they're using? The one that comes with the blue cloth. I can't remember what the hell table is. Is it Deep Pockets table? And trying to see these striped balls and everything with that blue background, my eyes can't pick them out properly because the colours start blending in, and the blue makes them look a different colour. So I thought we'll use a different colour cloth. We tried looking at that dark grey, which looks like chocolate brown in this room. We tried tan, which is a little too vibrant. Although having said that, the colours of the balls are still a pretty good contrast. But we settled for this because Cobra liked it. And as I can see the balls much clearer, I can see the definition of colour much clearer, which would certainly be an aid watching this 8-ball final when it happens. Well, I think Slim will need a miracle. Nothing short of a miracle to get out of this hole, because in the next minute or two, Spectre Dawn will be on the hill breaking for the match. Well, who is up for trying to take Spectre Dawn's crown back off him next week? Because unless there is a miracle, well, let's put it this way, Slim's crown is now over his nose. He can't actually see. It is tilted so far down the front of his face, it's only his nose that's holding it up. So Spectre Dawn breaking for the match, 8-2 lead. One ball thought about going into the side, 8-ball thought about going into the top right, but nothing has gone. But of course, Spectre Dawn comes out smelling the roses, no shot in the one, and Slim looking for the push out. Or is he? Oh, he's looking to cut this one on to the 8, is he? That's what he's tried. Oh dear. Well, that's what he didn't want. He's broke up the 6 and 7, or at least made them a wee bit more accessible. And not only that, well, there is half a pocket there. But Spectre Dawn didn't risk it when the opportunity was there to nail Slim, give Slim some of his own medicine. Slim was doing that in his earlier matches tonight, but now he's up against it. He's got the hit. Well, it hasn't come out all that bad. The one doesn't paw it. There's a billiard onto the 2 though, with no guarantee you'd have a shot in the one, but Spectre Dawn wasn't interested in that. He's quite content to keep Slim in trouble. Like I said earlier on, when you've got your man down, put him down even further if you can. Just pile on the paint. Tesco's in a dress. Are you drinking anything by any chance, Hazard? Are you on that Spanish vino? Well, this is thin. Cue ball will come out clean. Got to watch the side pocket though. Well, he's hitting it soft enough and redirecting it. So, as far as the 8-Ball World Championship goes, there won't be any more matches in that until the 10th of, until the 5th of November, when the match between, who the hell is it now? I've totally forgotten. When the match between Bedhead and Matt times out, because he won't be back to play the match, and Bedhead will get advanced to the final to play Cobra. So that won't happen until another 4 days' time. And then it's on the deadline, I think, is the 10th of November for the final to be completed by. We'll just keep an eye on that, on the schedule for that tournament. In the meantime, Spectre Dawn is about to complete tonight's proceedings after 3 hours and 11 minutes, and also a technical problem, i.e. the PC went south again. Apologies for that. But this 7-ball will regain the crown for Spectre Dawn to its rightful position, as he would say. And a comfortable win in the end. Slim was really frozen out of the whole match pretty much. Not much he could do about it. So a 9-2 win for Spectre Dawn. I'm going to have to change that champion screen for next week. So well done to Spectre Dawn. A valiant effort by Slim getting to the final to defend it, but he got a beating tonight. So thanks for your company, guys. I'm heading to bed. I hope you enjoyed it. And, well, will Slim be back to try and regain that title next week? We shall see. In fact, the bigger question is has Cobra got the taste for it? Because Cobra can't sit down knowing that Spectre Dawn's going to win this week in, week out. He's got to play more Friday night 9-ball. We will see. So until we meet again, folks, I'll bid you good night. Take care, and we'll see you again very soon. See you later.